seem to start these things out the same way by taking a drink of water. I don't know why I don't do that before it gets started, but it never fails. I usually do it after it gets started. Get this adjusted. I should have did that prior to as well. Go ahead and get on a live chat. What's up, Rob? How's it going, buddy? How was your day? The meaning of the title is I got nothing. I didn't prepare anything for this live stream. I've been busy all day trying to prepare for tomorrow. Jason, what up? NorCal here. Is it raining up there? I used to have a friend that lived in Northern California and they said it rained all the time. So just curious. What's up, Mike? How's it going? Hey, Jason. Hey, Rob, Mike. Yeah, I didn't prepare anything for this. I've got a couple stories I could tell. I've test drove a couple of Jeeps. Hey, Gear and Rob, what's up, Chad? How's it going? I did actually test drive a Jeep yesterday, actually. 92 and sunny. It's got to be close to 90 here at least. It's getting a little dark. You know, we're like 3 hours behind you all, but it's been sunny all day. So, you know, got gnats flying in my ear. Sent your letters today, Sean. Is Sean here? I'm not seeing Sean. Huh. I don't see Sean, Rob. But yeah, I actually went and test drove a Jeep yesterday. It was nowhere near. Sean is here. I'm not. That's weird. I'm on live chat. Let me double check it again. Live chat. No, I'm not seeing Sean. Sean, if you're here, well, there he is. Rob says he's keeping the taco for the long haul. You believe that? I don't know if I do or not. Rob ain't never kept anything for more than like 6 months. What's your record, Rob? Seriously, what's the record on owning a vehicle that you drove regularly? Actually, it don't matter because you drive all yours pretty regularly. It's true, my core vehicle. That's how the Tundra is, even though it's dirty right now. It's a core vehicle. Yeah, I picked my wife up from the airport today. She was in North Carolina and in love with all your green. Joe, God bless you, man. Thank you, Joe, for the super chat, $1.99 super chat. I appreciate that, buddy, and bless you too. God bless you too. Thank you very much for the super chat. I really appreciate it. Yeah, we have a lot of green here, especially in North Carolina. I've got a house over in North Carolina way back up in the sticks, and it's got tons and tons and tons of green over there. Springfield, happy 4th. Happy Independence Day to you too, buddy. I really appreciate that. Probably about a year, maybe. My longest I've ever kept a vehicle, I kept the Ford F-150 EcoBoost close to 5 years. Close to 5 years. Nice, Joe. Yes, Joe, I really appreciate that. Thank you very much for the super chat. I kept a vehicle probably about 5 years is probably my longest. Hey, Dan, what's up, buddy? I'm trying to get this live stream going. I worked all day. I got off work and then came home and did some laundry and mowed the yard. I mean, I've just been busy all day. Shot a video for tomorrow. Just saw on the news, heat index here, 90. Yeah, it's muggy. And I wear long sleeves out here to do this and long pants because the mosquitoes are so bad at my house that they eat me up. So I sit outside in like 90-degree weather in long sleeves so I don't get totally eat up by mosquitoes. So I'm actually sitting up on the carport today, so hopefully we don't have any interference or any cutting out of the live stream. Not much, just getting ready for the 4th. Yeah, that's what I'm doing. That's why I didn't have anything ready for this. I was looking at the front end of the Mustang if y'all was wondering what I was doing. I've been busy getting ready for that. We got some friends and family. Well, actually, just family. Pam's family usually comes down. I don't know if my dad will come down or not. My mom is actually going to the lake. My aunt's, she's camping out, so she's going over there with her. My mom lives in North Carolina. My dad only lives like 3 or 4 miles from me. So that's why you hear me talk about my dad more than my mom, because she doesn't live around me, a couple hours away. But he may come down, I don't know. But if we shoot off fireworks, I may live stream that. My wife is all about, playing some music, and if she refuses to cut off the music, I won't be able to live stream it because, well, you can't play music on here and stuff like that. But if we decide to shoot off fireworks, not saying we will, but if we do, I may live stream that. I don't know what time that will be because it'll have to be semi-dark, and God only knows when it's going to get dark, like 9:30, 10 o'clock. But if we do, I may live stream it. Now, we don't spend thousands of dollars on fireworks. We may spend 200 or 300. But like I said, whatever we get, I may live stream. I'm actually at work myself. Well, Dan, thank you for being on the live stream while you're at work, and that's pretty awesome that you get paid to watch me talk. String Beans laughing with his tongue stuck out. Welcome to the live stream. What's up, buddy? NWSCPL. I'm on a quick break and watching as well. I appreciate that. Thank you very, very much for being here on your break. That's sometimes when I have time to actually catch up on other people's channels, is when I'm on like lunch break, because it just seems like you just never have time anymore. Life's just so quick that you just don't have much time. So I have to try to get caught up on lunch breaks and stuff like that. But I actually took off work just a little bit early today, so I didn't get to catch up as much as I would have liked to have. So you have your Grove ring order in yet? What is that? Do you have your groove ring? My groove ring? What groove ring? I don't know what you're talking about. I must have missed something. Rob, what's a groove ring? That's exactly what I was saying. It's the latest craze YouTube ads. Really? I have seen the bottle cap challenge where people like Jason Statham did some kind of round spin kick and kicked the bottle cap off a bottle, and that was freaking amazing. And then there's another guy that's in a truck, and I don't know who it was. I'm assuming that it was probably Ken Block, and he comes flying around through there, and a guy's holding a bottle out, and he swings the back end of the truck around, catches the bottle, and spins the cap off of it, which is stupid. There's no way I would have stood there and held a bottle for anybody drifting a vehicle. I don't care who it was or how good they was. They would have had to pay me tons and tons of money to do that, and I'm still not sure I'd have done it. Hi, Gear. Hey, String. What's up? Brandon, what is going on? Brandon, thank you for being here, buddy. Hope you had a great Wednesday, and I hope everybody's off the rest of the week. We got off the rest of the week. I think my wife's off the rest of the week. I hope you all have a very long weekend as well, and thanks for being here to start it out. Rob, oh yeah, those rings. I've never seen that. I swear, I've never seen that. Brandon says, hello. Groove rings are great. I just got one. What is a groove ring? I've got to look that up after this live stream, because I've not seen a YouTube ad for groove rings yet. Do the police get on people around you setting off fireworks, or are you in the county? I'm in the county. I actually have a video up tomorrow. It's talking about some fireworks safety and some grilling safety and stuff like that. I'll put it up early in the morning. Just some safety tips and stuff. But if you're in the city here, I don't know how much they really get on you. I've got friends that live in the city, and they've shot off fireworks, and they've never really said anything to them. But I live in the county, and we don't have a noise ordinance, so we can actually shoot off fireworks all the time. String saying hi to Rob. It's a rubber ring to replace metal rings for your finger. Oh, no, I don't do that. My work does not allow me to wear any kind of jewelry, so I can't wear rings of any kind. I actually, when I lost all the weight a few years ago, which I have put some of that back on because I'm blaming YouTube for that, because I just don't have the time to run. But when I lost all that weight, I had to get a new ring. And actually, it was right at our 10-year anniversary, which was pretty amazing that it fell on the same thing. And I bought my wife a new engagement ring, because when we got married, we didn't have the money to buy, nice rings and stuff like that. So I bought her a new engagement ring for our 10-year anniversary, which, she had the wedding band already. Just bought her the bigger diamond. And she bought me, and I got gypped here a little. She bought me a titanium with carbon fiber, black titanium with carbon fiber in the center. and there was a slight difference in how much those two cost. Yeah, I got ripped. I'm just kidding, honey. If you watch this, I like my ring. I really do like it. I wouldn't want some kind of diamond or nothing. That'd be a little weird. I never get off gear. That's horrible. That's just horrible to have to go through life like that. I'm sorry, man. You must stay stressed out a lot. Hey, y'all. Happy Independence Day. You too, Justin. Thank you for stopping by. But are you still at work or are you off right now? Just curious. I'm going to do the bottle cap challenge. Going to take the cap off the bottle off this bottle of beer. Challenge accepted. That's right. I seen 22 Plinkster. He actually shot one off like, I don't know, back in '07 or something. Heck, I don't know. He shot one off a bottle years ago. So he was doing the bottle challenge way before there was even a bottle challenge. And he actually posted that on Instagram, I think. If y'all have never seen 22 Plinkster shoot, you got to go check him out. He does some crazy stuff. I don't know how he makes the shots he makes with a 22 pistol. I seen him ricochet a bullet off a bulldozer front end, the blade on a bulldozer, ricocheted off that and split a playing card. Now, I don't know how many shots it took him, but that's impressive if it took him 1,000. Where we at? There we go. I wish I was off working tomorrow. Corrections work 24/7. Yeah, I totally understand that. I got a cousin that does that, and it's kind of like the medical field. You know, somebody has to be there, and that sucks. It really does. But I wish you a very happy Independence Day. Make the best of it. You know, get up in the morning and say, you know, sucks I got to go to work, but you got to make the best of it, I guess. I try to take life like that when I get up. A lot of times I dread going in. I've been there 22 years, so, you know, anything you've done for 22 years, it's like, oh. But, you know, I try to tell myself, today's going to be a good day. Sometimes it is, sometimes it isn't, but I try to start it out by saying it is. Sup, Justin? I'm off till Saturday. Heck yeah. I go back Monday. So, and Friday, I think I'm actually going to test drive another Jeep. I'm going to keep test driving these things until I find one I like. I don't really want to buy one off a lot if I can help it. You can usually get better deals off people. And another reason I like doing that is because a lot of times people know the history of the vehicle. The one I test drove yesterday, the guy had owned it about a month. And anytime I go and test drive a vehicle that an individual owns, and they say, I've owned it a month, it automatically throws a red flag up to me. Because why are you getting rid of it after only owning it a month? What's wrong with this vehicle? I understand some people buy stuff to actually resell, but he only had one other vehicle sitting there, and he was married, or that I seen. And I'm thinking, this is probably your vehicle that you're driving, and why have you only owned it a month? Now, he did tell me it was a silver 2003 or 4, I can't remember what year it was. I've looked at so many I can't remember. Jeep Wrangler, and it was a 5-speed manual. It had a 4-inch lift on it, which looked nice. It had brand new KO2 tires on it, and it was okay. There was a few things I didn't like about it. One was, he told me that the guy that owned it for him had done the lift, which is fine, but he'd put like homemade 2-inch spacers underneath it to add 2 more inches. And he wound up taking it to some 4x4 shop after he bought it and had them fix everything and take all that out and reset everything. And then the frame had been undercoated. Now, I don't know if y'all know a lot about Jeep Wranglers, but they're bad about their frames rusting, the frames and fenders. Their frames rust really bad, and part of the reason is Jeep put these great big holes in the side of the frame where water can easily get into because it's right next to the tires. But they didn't put any drain holes in the bottom. So this water just sits down in the bottom of this frame and it rusts it out from the inside out. So you really have to be careful whenever you buy one for frame rust. And anytime you see one, that's been undercoated, it automatically throws another red flag to me that there's been something you're trying to hide. I would much rather go look at a Jeep and see surface rust and stuff like that, and know what I'm dealing with, than go look at one that be nice and black, but somebody's painted it. So that was another red flag to me, and it had a couple oil leaks. And I know Jeeps have some leaks here and there, but eventually I'll find one in my price range that's not leaking. The one I'm going to look at Friday, the guy says does not leak. It does have a little bit of rust on it. And there again, I would rather see that rust and know what I'm dealing with than see something that's been fixed and not know how it's fixed. Especially after you put 2-inch spacers underneath a 4-inch lift that was homemade. It really makes me question how well it's fixed then. Where are we at? Oh, I'm way behind. Let's see here. Groove rings are a replacement for wedding ring. It's rubber, so it's safe and factory. Yep. They still won't let us wear that. Even like that, they won't let us wear it. Yep, that's it, Sean. Jimmy Fallon got his ring caught and ripped his finger off. What? When did that happen? Jimmy Fallon ripped his finger off? Has that been like in the last few days? Because I've not heard about this. I figured that would be all over the news if Jimmy Fallon got his finger ripped off. And we talking about the same Jimmy Fallon, like the talk show host? Rob, I saw that. Yeah, it must be lately then. I have a Qualo rubber ring, but the groove rings are really cool. As well, might get a new one because they have some cool designs. I'm going to have to look that up. I mean, I really don't know if it'll replace my carbon fiber ring, but I'll look it up and see what it looks like. Technically, I can wear a ring in the office. I just have to take it off when I go down on the floor. So Rob found any new vehicles you want to buy. My wife keeps texting me. She knows I have a live stream tonight. I don't know why she's doing that. She probably won't know if I want anything to eat, but I'm right in the middle of a live stream. I got today and tomorrow off. Woohoo! That's awesome, Justin. Congratulations, buddy. Like I said, I told him earlier, I may do a live stream of fireworks tomorrow night if we shoot them off. So if you want to check in on that, I'll be glad to have you. Had a doc tell me to get rid of the titanium ring I had because if I ever broke my finger and it swelled up, they couldn't cut it off. Now, where I bought my ring, they can actually cut those off. We have several places around here now that are able to cut off titanium rings, but they're not able to cut off the magnesium rings. The magnesium or whatever that other metal is that they use on them, they said there's like 2 places in the United States that cuts them off. And I was like, that's not happening. I swear it sounds like it's thundering. Insane Wizard of Oz storm out of nowhere here in Charleston, South Carolina. Thanks for keeping me company, Garrett. Thanks for being here, 011. I appreciate it. Sorry to hear about the storm. Yeah, man, at the beaches, them storms can come out of nowhere. I do want to say I do love Charleston, South Carolina. I love that little strip mall thing right there in the middle of downtown. That little outdoor, I don't know if it's like a flea market. There is a lady in there, and I can't remember her name. I'd have to look it up. I actually took a picture that sells praline pecans in there, like the hard ones, not the soft candy type ones, but the harder ones. Oh my gosh, I could eat those. I've been meaning to call her and see if she ships, but oh my gosh, I could eat those things by the barrel. The praline pecans you all have down there in Charleston are way better than anywhere else in the world that I've got them. Anywhere, by far. Not yet. Dan needs me a 4-door Jeep next. I'm just looking for a 2-door and an older one because I've got a budget. And actually, the one I'm going looking for tomorrow, don't even have to borrow any money on. It's cheap enough that I can buy. So if it's in good shape, that's even better for me because I can afford more mods sooner. First Tundra first Tundra's turning 20 years old. Yep, yes they are. And that's amazing. It really doesn't seem like it's been out that long. And yes, it was not supposed to storm here, but it's coming a big thunder. We may get wet. Have you heard all the controversy with Trump bringing in tanks for the 4th D.C.? I've heard I seen the tanks coming into D.C., but I've not read anything on it. I've been really busy today and yesterday, and I've just not had a chance to read about that. But I did see pictures online for just a split second of them bringing it in. He was going to show some kind of military something. I don't know. I don't remember. I just read the headline. Yeah, I saw what happened to Jimmy Fallon. Yikes, no thanks. When did that happen? Maybe I've just not got to when you're telling me that, but has that been lately? It tore his finger plumb off? 4Runner Pro. Yeah, I'd like to have a Pro 4Runner. But I'm not getting rid of the truck, and I still owe on the truck. So we have to wait till we get the truck paid off to buy something really expensive. Rob needs to stop buying vehicles and start buying Krista more Star Wars Legos. He can still buy vehicles and buy the Legos. I would bet on that. That's not an issue. That's right, Krista. Did I miss Krista? It's like people aren't showing up. I can't wait to see Capitol Period. Capitol Parade. Sorry, my eyes got blurry. I forgot to put in eye drops. I always put in eye drops for this so my eyes don't get blurry staring at the screen. Yeah, I know. I can't wait to see that too. Let's see here. Beans, string beans. I don't know if you know this. I don't know if you've been on the channel, but in September I'll be going to the new Star Wars Galaxy Edge in Disney World. Can't wait to check that out. It's supposed to open August the 30th, so about 2 weeks after it opens, I'm gonna go in there and see what that's all about. Maybe his wife is pregnant or can't afford it. Must have missed something. Whose wife? I must have a real short memory because I know we talked about that. Heck, if I was commander-in-chief, I'd fire those tanks for fun. Heck yeah, there's fireworks going off right now in the background. There's a fireworks stand like a mile up the road. They shoot fireworks all the time. Freaks my dog out. At least now, since he has kind of lost some of his hearing, he's not as bad scared because he don't hear them at distances. When I shoot him here, he still gets scared, but the ones up there don't scare him as bad as they used to. Oh, really, Rob? A 4-door Jeep, huh? Yes, 4-door Jeep. Oh, and I would shoot those tanks off too, man. I'd be like, heck yeah, here comes the fireworks. Heck yeah, Rob. That's what I'm saying. I'd drive the tanks down the Capitol. I know, right? Myself. I'd be in it myself. Where's a safer place than in a tank? It's armored. Yep, Dan. It will be my most modded vehicle ever. Yeah, there's a lot of mods for Jeeps. And let me tell you why I'm looking at Jeeps. I've done a lot to the truck, so I need something fresh to start on. All right, I think I'm back. I think. But like I said, Jeep parts are pretty cheap. I mean, bumpers for my truck are like $1,200. Bumpers for a Jeep are like $400. I mean, it's crazy. It's like a third the price. What we got here? I lost my place when it dropped out. And I'm even closer now. I think the weather is starting to affect this, the signal right now because it's getting kind of dark. Yep, Dan. It will. Oh, I read that. Oh, you know, we're going to see him in that tank. I know, right? That'd be awesome. My wife just got home. Rob, if I were president, I would make tanks as part of my convoy. That's what I'd make my car, you know. I wouldn't have like a big limo. I'd just have a big tank. Shoot, Dan, I'd drive one as daily. I'd love to have an armored SUV as a daily driver. I don't know why. I don't feel paranoid. I just think that'd be really cool to roll up in a big armored SUV. And they actually make armored SUVs that are like really fancy. And they're like $1 million. They're pretty cool. Well, Rob, I hope you get that Jeep. Yeah. Well, Rob, I hope you get that Jeep. Rob's going to get that Jeep. He's looking for it. He'll get it. You know Rob will get that Jeep. Fallon happened a while back, I think. I'm going to look that up when I get off here. Did it actually rip his whole finger completely off? I'm going to have to look it up. LMAO Rob, good luck fueling up the Abrams. I know they get a whopping like 2 or 3 miles a gallon. That'd be horrible. Awesome. I'll be here tomorrow for the fireworks. Good deal, man. Good deal. Eddie. Yo, Eddie, what's up? How is you and the family? I guess I could have said, how are you and the family? It would have been more correct. But hey, His works too. We get the point of it. Fallon got his finger ripped off by shoving it up his backside. Can't stand that guy. Man show called and revoked his man card. I understand. He wasn't on the? Was he on the man show? He wasn't, was he? He wasn't one of the guys on the man show. I don't think. Maybe he was. I can't remember. I remember watching that show, but I can't remember who was on it. I remember girls on trampolines. Oh, my wife's in there. She didn't hear that. Do you mean carbide? Magnesium is pretty brittle, if I'm not mistaken. I don't think it was carbide. It was something with an M. I can't remember what it was. It was something with an M, but there was only like 1 or 2 places in the United States that could actually cut it off your finger. It was crazy. And I was like, I'm out. No thanks. It's supposed to rain all week here in Tennessee. I didn't think it was supposed to rain today. I looked at the weather this morning. It wasn't supposed to rain today, but it is going, it may be now. I'm trying to see. It looks like it might be sprinkling, but I can't tell. Eddie! Yellow All, good afternoon. Hey, Rob Yoda, what's going on, buddy? How was your Wednesday? Hey, Justin, how are you doing? I don't know. I don't know a Eddie. You don't know an Eddie? You not follow the Real Estate Whisperer? Tired Eddie, how are you? I feel you, Justin. I feel you, buddy. I've been tired. I ain't been on sleep this week. I don't know what the deal is. Like, I'll be wore out, dead tired at 10 o'clock. I'll lay down to go to bed, and I'll see 2 o'clock roll around on the clock. I don't even think I blink between that time. Can't hardly hold my eyes open till 10. Don't blink after. It's crazy. The older the better, and at least in Jeeps. I agree. I want the 4.0 inline 6. I will tell you all this. I don't know if you all know YOLO and Yeti. They are 2 Jeep people. They're really famous on Instagram. And I'm not sure if they have a YouTube channel or not, but they're really famous on Instagram. And I've been following them for a long time. And I was talking to YOLO, and she was telling me, they're Jeep people, by the way, in case you're wondering what that is. They race Jeeps, they build Jeeps, and, he's a fabricator. And she was telling me you do not want to touch an '07 to '11 Jeep Wrangler with I think it's like the 3.8 liter V6 because they have engine problems. So I Googled, engine problems in those Jeeps because I was looking at '07 at the time, and there was people that had like those model year Jeeps that was using like a quart of oil every, I don't know, 300 or 400 miles or something. I mean, it was stupid how that they were just eating oil like that. And I was like, I'm out. Nope, I ain't getting into nothing like that. So I decided to stay '06 back because 2012s, you can't touch them for under $15,000 or $16,000. And that happened with the Mustang. I was looking for like an $8,000 car, and that didn't happen when I bought the Mustang. So I'm going to try to stick to the budget with the Jeep. I don't want to go over budget with the Jeep. So, because I don't know how the Jeep will do on the channel. If I knew it'd do great, I wouldn't care to spend 15 grand on a Jeep. But not knowing how it's going to do, I don't want to take that step. So I'm going to stay within a budget range of what I got. I'd like to stay under $10,000. And with Jeeps, 10 grand, you ain't getting a newer Jeep for 10 grand. And you probably are not getting a Jeep with under 100,000 miles on it for 10 grand. But the 4.0 liter inline 6s, you see them with like 250, 300,000 miles on them all day long. So that was a very, very good engine. So as close as I can get to 100 grand is where I'm going, but we'll see how that turns out. Let's see here. What do you think of the Chevy El Camino and Ford Ranchero? If I was going to go with one of the two, I would go with an El Camino. My buddy had a Ranchero. My dad had a Super Sport El Camino back in the day. If I was going to go with one, it'd be the Super Sport El Camino, in my opinion. I've never been a big fan of those trucks or those little Subaru Brats or anything like that. I just never did like the car truck. But if I was going to pick one, it'd be the Super Sport El Camino. My Tundra is the first year, and it's 19 years old. Those first-year Tundras were beasts. My buddy sold his when he had it to one of the other guys at work, and he still got it, and God only knows how many hundreds of thousands of miles that thing's got on it. He had it repainted, but other than that, run like a top. And whiskey, Rob Yoda, and whiskey. I saw the reconnected his finger looked pretty serious. So he actually tore it completely off. Oh, didn't tear it off, but nearly had to have it amputated. I'm looking it up. I'm looking it up after this. I didn't know anything about that. I must have been living under a rock, because you think as famous as he is, I would have seen that on Instagram or YouTube or Yahoo or something. I need to get a car by tomorrow, so let me know if you come across any under $2,000. I've not seen many under $2,000, Justin. It's hard to find cars like that nowadays. It's just, I don't know. People hang on to cars more now than they used to. I mean, heck, look at Rob. He's even had that Tacoma like 3 months. If I don't tell you people's hanging on to cars longer than they used to, nothing will. Yep, 3 months. Roger Waters, the lead singer of Pink Floyd, is a complete jackhole, especially since he hates Trump. Agreed. I don't know why. I understand if you don't like somebody, okay? This isn't a political channel, and I'm not getting into that. But I understand if you don't like somebody. I get it. But the extent that they go to express that blows my mind. It just blows. They're spending so much effort and probably time and money to do that, and it's just crazy. I don't know. So, Gear, please don't set fire to any fields if you shoot fire. Oh, that's bad. That's so bad. But it didn't. But for me, it didn't. That field stays pretty wet because there's a natural spring back there, and I got lucky. But that could have been bad. Strings like, oh. Hey, Gear, what do you think of the Crown Vic Swap F100s? I've not seen those. I've not seen them. I have to look them up. I'm not familiar with that. I'll sell you Gears Roush for $2K, Justin. You can't even get it out. Pam parks behind it. It amazes me how patriotic people are around here. I've been hearing fireworks for weeks. Yeah, man. In Tennessee, good Lord, you give somebody a reason to blow something up and they go all out. I'll take it for 12, Rob. I'm glad y'all are negotiating this. I've got the title. I hope that wind isn't too much, because good Lord. Dirt's blowing in my eyes. Dirt and grass, I guess. So I hope the wind isn't too bad. Truck pulling out. But we're going to try to fight through this hurricane force winds coming through here. Even Rob Noted, how's it going, brother? Hello, everyone. Big Mo, what's up, buddy? How are you? Did you miss the video this morning? I don't put videos on Wednesdays, but Mo is always the first one to comment in the mornings on a video, and I appreciate that. Got to go, y'all. Have a blessed 4th. Justin, you too, buddy. Have a great Independence Day, and thanks for being here. Hey, CJ, and good luck selling Gears Ford, Rob. I know, right? Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Good luck. Send money. Pick up car later. See you, Justin. An Apache A10 VS tank all day long. I'd drive any tank. It don't matter which one it is. I'd drive it just because of the cool factor. Hello, Gear. Hey, everyone. Terrence, what's up, buddy? How are you doing? Did you like the video, Terrence, of the install? Those things are awesome. I love how they look in there. Just adds a little bit of touch to a not so flashy back seat. Now it's got a little bit more flash. I like it. Good evening, Boise. Otto, how's it going, brother? Hey, Terrence. Man show was Adam Carolla and Jimmy Fallon. Okay, I remember Adam Carolla, but I couldn't remember who the other guy was. CJ, not bad. How about yourself, buddy? Hey, Rob. The Man show was dirty and nasty, and I loved it. I own some of the complete series DVD. It was a funny show, and that would never happen now. I don't know if y'all can see how hard it's raining, but it's coming down pretty hard right now, and it wasn't supposed to rain at all. Them Weather Channel people can't never get anything right. You Greene County people seem to get all the storms. I know, actually the Morristown people used to. It's like it's moving this way or something. It's crazy. We didn't used to get any storms, and Morristown got them all, and now it just never stops raining here. It's like I live in Washington State. I've said that before, but it's true. It's like I live in Washington State. But it's coming down pretty good. Happy Friday and Saturday. I know, right? That's what I'm saying. Happy Friday. Hey, Big Mo. Yeah, I guess what was probably tungsten carbide. I thought it started with the M, but I think that's it, tungsten carbide. I do believe that's what it was. And I was like, I'm not putting that on my finger. Heck no. That's horrible. At least my truck's getting washed right now. It could use it. No gear, he tore the skin and some meat of his ring finger, Jimmy Fowler. Oh, okay. I had a buddy that did that. He actually was working on a car, and a wrench fell in between the battery, and he reached down to pick it up. And when he did, the wrench crossed between the terminals and hit his ring on his finger, and it burnt through into his skin. He ripped it off and ripped the skin off. It just peeled it off. I mean, it was horrible. 4-door or 2-door Jeep. I'm looking at a 2-door. Rob's looking at a 4-door. But I will tell you this, Jeeps in good condition are hard to find. That frame rust, man, all Chrysler had to do was drill a few holes in the bottom of that frame to let that water run out. Why they didn't do that, I will never know. That was a big drop the ball by the engineers of Chrysler. Hey, Eddie, doing great in Boise City. Hey, Rob, forget the Jeep and get a Hellcat Red Eye instead. Nah, no Hellcat Red Eyes here. If I had the money, I probably wouldn't buy a Hellcat. Just saying, I don't really like the Challenger that much. My wife likes them. I'm just not a Challenger fan. I actually think like the new Scat Pack Chargers look better than the Challengers. But, and I know you can get the Hellcat in them as well, but if I was going to spend that much money, I'm not sure. I would probably get a GTR, in my opinion. You're going to need a bigger place with all those. I know, right? And my wife showed me a house today. She walked up to me and said, "You like this house? We need to go look at this. It has a pool." So we may be going to look at a house sooner than later. But she did. It's got a 2-car drive under garage, but it's not got a whole lot more room. Had to move a lot of cars to get them out of the garage. I can park the Mustang in there because I don't drive it. Maybe Pam's car. See, same here. Ready for the 4th. I've been driving the Mustang a little more though. I want to tell y'all that. I've been driving it a little more lately than I have been, but still don't drive it much. But I did take it to Pigeon Forge week before last. Last weekend when we took Pam's car. Gets better gas mileage. Interest trade her GX for a new Tahoe. Been giving her crap all day. What? She's a trader now? I mean, that Tahoe probably has more room. But come on. She had a Lexus, Linda. Come on. You have to give her some crap for me too, Sean. You have to give her some crap for me too. That Tahoe will never last as long. Meet to Boise City Auto. I'm thinking you need a Suzuki Samurai. My buddy had a Samurai in high school. No lie. It was like a baby blue color. It was like a 5-speed. And we did some crazy stuff in that. Let me tell you what, those things are top heavy. They're not handling vehicles. Not that they have a lot of power to handle, but they're not handling vehicles by no means. You got to be careful on them. If we'd have run through that tree in a Samurai, we'd have never made it. But those things are actually a little bit expensive now. They're not as much as Jeeps, but I looked some up the other day as like just S&Gs, and they were not as cheap as I thought they would be. My 2000 Tundra only has 117,000 original miles and about 4,000 on LS3. Just did the first oil change the other day. I bet that thing is a beast with a LS3. I'd take the Suzuki Rob. I would too. I mean, I literally looked them up the other day. Now, not the fact that I won one of them instead of a Wrangler, because I still want the Wrangler. There's just too many mods out there for the channel on the Wrangler. So, I mean, that just makes more sense. But I looked them up, and I was like, I can't believe that one in decent shape is that expensive. It blew my mind. Seems like I seen ones like $6,000 or $7,000, and I was like, wow, who knew? But it had under 100,000 miles or something. It was in really, really good shape. But I still didn't think it'd top that. 2 different categories, Dan. I like apples and prunes. Now, I know what people say they eat prunes for. Is that your instance? Are you a little backed up? You having to strain a little so you eat you some prunes? My wife didn't know that. She likes prunes and was eating them the other day, and I was like, something wrong? I told her, and she was like, what? What are you talking about? I had to tell her, and she's like, I don't know. I'd never heard that. She's in the medical field. God made dirt and dirt don't hurt. Exactly. Rust hurts. Rust hurts, but dirt doesn't. Have you ever driven one Sean? Driven one. Are we are we talking about the Tahoe? Eddie! People around here need to put mufflers on their vehicles. Eddie, LOL. There's plenty of people on YouTube that did full frame swap on an old school F100 by using a late model Crown Vic P7. I've heard of that, but I've never seen it. I've heard of it. I heard somebody at work actually talking about that the other day. True. I would like to have one of the old F100s, like one of the real old ones. Love the way those trucks. I love that big mouth look in the front. I don't know what it is about it. I just really like it. Remember a guy who flattened that town in Colorado with his homemade tank? I do remember that. I do remember that. Yeah, that was crazy. It sucked, but can you imagine the thrill that guy was getting as he was doing that? I mean, I have no approval for that at all, but I can imagine the smile on his face as he might have just been really pissed off and had a bad, but I would imagine he was laughing the entire time until he got arrested. I don't remember what happened to him. I just remember that happening. What are you of these crossover CUVs that everyone drives? I think they look super hideous. I'm not a huge fan of like the crossover things. Either, get the truck or get an SUV. I just don't like the crossover. The Juke looked like it could be a fun little vehicle. If you want to consider that a crossover, I would. So it looked like it could be fun. And my buddy had one that was super turboed. I think it was turboed. And he said it's a pretty little quick little vehicle, but it's just not for me. I did like the install video. I thought they looked great. Thank you, Terrence. I appreciate that. They do look awesome, and you did an amazing job, buddy. No, Rob, I just drive it around the yard. I drive it everywhere. Hey, Terrence, Jeeps are expensive. We are looking for one as well. They are stupid expensive. That's why I've limited myself to like an 06 back, and even 06s are out of the price range. You see like an 06, they're like 13 grand. I'm like, I'm not paying 13 grand. I actually found a Rubicon in Nashville, and I called the guy last night, and he's like, yeah, it's got a little bit of rust on the frame. It's my daughter's primary vehicle. She drives it back and forth to Chattanooga to school, so that's like 3 hours. She drives it at least once a week, so I knew it had to be a dependable vehicle. And I was like, hey, can I come look at this weekend? He's like, no, we're going out of town this weekend, maybe next week or next weekend. I was like, that works, man. He's like, I'll stay in touch. And then he texted me today and said, sold it this morning. I was like, oh. Because I would really, really, really like to have a Rubicon. Really like to have one. They got the locking, they got the lockers on them, and that'd have been nice. Yeah, it was like 12 grand. I was willing to go up a little bit for one of them. It was totally unmolested. Didn't have anything done to it, no lift or anything like that. And it was just perfect, and now it's gone. But when that happens, I try to tell myself it just wasn't meant to be. Something better's around the corner. I don't know if what I'm looking at now is better than a Rubicon. It probably isn't. But it is cheaper, and I can do mods quicker and more of them. Helps the channel. The four-door Chargers make no sense to me. What's next? Four-door Mustangs? I'm definitely not interested in a four-door Mustang. I can tell you that. But no, I'm not interested in any of those vehicles like that either. They're fast in a straight line, but that's really not for me. How's your daughter doing, CJ? She's doing pretty good. Back to normal. She isn't sore anymore or anything like that I know of. So she's doing pretty good. I don't know anything about the guy or anything like that. I do know he did get arrested, but don't know if he's out. Don't know anything about it. Hey, Gears, send some of them storms my way. Too hot and dry here in Idaho. I will tell you this. It cooled this off by a lot because it was very, very hot and humid, and it's really comfortable now, even with a long shirt. My neighbor bought a brand new Hellcat. I'm not impressed, but trucks are more my thing. Yeah, if I was going to buy a Hellcat, I'd just buy a Raptor probably. Although I'm not a huge F-150 fan, but those Raptors are really nice. Alex, hey, Gear. What's up, Alex? How you doing, buddy? Welcome to the live stream on this great Wednesday night, evening, whatever time it is where you're at. I need to move to Tennessee. A lot wetter than Idaho. It is, yeah, it is a lot wetter here. Heck, it's very seldom does a day go by it doesn't rain. And the bad part is, I just mowed for tomorrow, and the rain will probably make the grass grow, and I'll probably need to mow again like Saturday. I looked at a Samurai back in the day. It was like a Hugo. It had zero power. Can't believe they're popular today. It did have zero power. Zero. I drove my buddies a lot. It wouldn't pull a greasy string out of a cat's hind, but it was a fun little vehicle, I guess. You know, the good thing about vehicles that don't have a lot of power, they don't get stuck a lot. If you're in snow, you don't have enough power to spin the tires. So they don't get stuck a whole lot. Gear FCA sucks right now. Yep. Yo, Rob Motive. FCA rules, Dan. They have all the flashy product right now. What year F100 is your favorite? I'm thinking it's like a 56. I think that's what year it is. 53 or 56. They all kind of look the same through there, but I think it was a 56. Suzuki Samurai is about good as a Jeep when fixed up. The only negative I see is similar wheelbase, but sometimes that helps on narrow trails. I'll tell you what, a Jeep will turn around within itself. I did a U-turn in that Jeep yesterday, and I was like, wow, I think I just kissed the spare tire in the back. But yeah, they don't have a ton of power. Jeeps definitely have more power. But like I said, it depends on what you want it for. Less power may be a good thing. And I'm not fully decided on a 5-speed manual or an automatic. They both have pros and cons. I like a 5-speed for the reliability. They're just bulletproof transmissions. Yeah, your clutch can go out, but the transmission itself is probably going to be pretty good. But if you're off-roading, I'm not sure an automatic ain't better, because if you're going up a steep incline that's slick and you have to downshift, that could cause your wheels to start spinning, and you could, spin out and stop, whereas the automatic, you wouldn't have that issue. The Rubicon, the one I'm looking at tomorrow is a Sahara, and it is a 5-speed. The Rubicon was an automatic. I'm really not caring either way. I don't know if I really have a preference, but at first I really wanted a 5-speed. Automatics can tear up easier. I don't know. I do know tanks are pretty stout with the 4.0 and the transmission that they got in them. It's especially if you put that Dana 44 front and rear end, and with the lockers on the Rubicons, those things will climb a tree. Tank guy issues certain folks in the town and flatten their buildings. I can at least respect that he only targeted the people he's mad. True. Don't target innocent people. If you're going to do something stupid, at least just do it to the people you don't like. Get a CJ over a Wrangler, a lot less to go wrong. I agree, but there's so much more mods for a Wrangler. I mean, it is a YouTube channel vehicle, and there's just so much stuff you can do to a Wrangler. It is crazy. My buddy has a CJ, though. Crossovers in general are completely hideous and ugly. It just wants to make me puke. I get it. I totally agree, Rob Yoda. Hi, BCA. How's it going? Yeah, Rob, the FCA has flashy products, but their reliability sucks. Mufflers on vehicles? No. If it's too loud, you're too old. Well, it's too loud when you're doing stuff like this and you're trying to shoot YouTube videos, and then something drives down the road that the fender's falling off of, and the muffler is left 4 miles back up the road. Then it's too loud. If you're not putting a muffler on something that's like a show vehicle or something really nice, that's one thing. If you're not putting a muffler on it because it fell off somewhere down the road, totally different story. Terrence Tatum, you still make the grab handles. I do not believe he does. Terrence, not bad. Take a Samurai, put a small V8 in it, that'd be fun. Oh my God. Can you imagine that? A small V8 in a Samurai? Holy crap, that'd be a death trap. Now that could be interesting, Sean. That would probably get a lot of views on YouTube. How's your dad doing? Is he back mowing his yard? Nope, he's not back mowing his yard because he still has to wear that vest. I think he's got another couple weeks or something like that, he has to wear that vest, and he's starting to get really tired easy, so I'm not sure he'll ever go back to mowing his yard. But I bet you he'll try it at least once or twice before he gives up. But he's doing pretty good other than still getting tired. But other than that, he's doing pretty good. Thanks for asking, Terrence. I appreciate it. I'd hate to park a Raptor on a regular basis. Yeah, I know. I already parked my truck at the very far end of the parking lot. I'd have to park a Raptor across the road. For a good, reliable four-door, fuel-efficient car, Kia Optima. For a good truck, Nissan Titan. Nah, I think the Tundra's got the Titan beat. And the Optima's a nice-looking vehicle, though. I've never drove one. There's a lady at work has one. It looks nice, but I do like the Optimas. My dad loves his 2016 Dodge Charger SXT all-wheel drive V6, and now he wants a Hemi V8, but the problem is that Dodge doesn't offer all-wheel drive with a Hemi. Really? I did not know that. Wonder if that's because they break stuff. I don't know. You think they would, though. GTRs have all-wheel drive, and they don't break stuff. I don't know why they don't do that. Forgot to tell you, Rob, thanks for the lettering. Yep, Sean, you did a good job winning those letters. Sean wasn't going to play, and I was like, Sean, you should play this. You're welcome, Sean. You should have them the next couple of days. Rob does quick shipping. He does have really quick shipping. I'll give that to Rob. The stuff shows up quick. Don't spend the extra money for a Rubicon. Get the axles and lockers and install them yourself for less. Actually, from what I'm seeing in different prices, like on that Rubicon, I could buy that Rubicon a lot cheaper than I could do the conversion. Because that Rubicon was only going to be, like the Jeep I looked at yesterday, they wanted 11.5, and the Rubicon was 11.9. So it was like $400 difference from the Jeep I was looking at to that one. And there was like 15 or 20,000 more miles on the Rubicon. It still had the inline four. For the difference, there's no way I could put those in for what I found that Rubicon for. There's just no way. I would really like to have a Toyota FJ. They say those FJs are awesome. Come on. All right, we're back. They would buy like a brand new FJ and take it straight off road and then beat the crap out of it, which I couldn't pay that much for something to beat the crap out of it. But they said they'd take it straight off and rock climb with it, and it was just amazing how good they rode. My wife loves them too. Got to be a stick. Real men have sticks. I've got mixed emotions about that. I just do. Axle is the weakest part of Jeeps. I did not know that. But I've heard good things about motors and transmissions in those, so they got to have a weak spot somewhere. The frame is probably the weakest part because they rust like crazy. That's the first thing I ask. The very first thing I ask when I call or text about a Jeep is, can I get pictures of the frame? First thing. To me, the old Ford F-100 looks like a million times better than the overpriced plastic modern F-150s. I agree. I totally agree. I love the F-100 back in like 56. They do have four-door Mustangs. They're called Ford Taurus shows, and they're faster. Probably. That's probably true. Unless you get a Roush that's supercharged. Or one of the Shelbys. Four-door because families. I'm over modding vehicles nowadays. I want my vehicle to be clean and reliable. That's it. I watch this channel for the gun content, and occasionally it's shown. Be real, I want to tell you all, I'm actually thinking about starting a second channel just for gun content. I really still don't know about the views on the channel, if it's because of summer or if it's because of YouTube. And I'm seriously debating on starting a Gear Runner 2 and just doing nothing but gun content on there. So, decide to do that, I'll keep you all posted. Hi, Jason. And no, on the grab handles, I never really intended to make these. Saw them on Pinterest and made a set. And to make these, saw them on Pinterest and made a set. Turned out to be really popular. Yeah, they are really popular. Thanks for the reply, Terrence. Somebody should make them and sell them. I don't have time. I've actually made some bracelets and stuff, but apparently there's a market for those. But the Taurus show, those just look so fuddy-duddy. Sedan compared to the Charger, and fuddy-duddy car compared to the Mustang. I would love a Tundra. Problem is the economy sucks. The worst of the bunch. Yeah, fuel economy is horrible. No lie. But that may change in a couple of years from what I heard. I don't know. Nobody knows yet. But if I get 30 miles a gallon, they're going to be the top of the pack. You'll have to change that comment. They're very popular, Terry. Thanks again for sending them for me to give away. Yes, they were very popular. I love mine. The show was not a four-door Mustang, as they never offered a V8 in the show. Nope, they offered that V6 EcoBoost. Optima is much better than the Camry. I don't know about that. Camry has a track record for reliability way longer than Optima. You just gotta look at the history. That stupid mosquito's gonna get me. Manuals are always better for off-road when you have an automatic. Ride the brakes, or to get a lock-up torque converter that will get hot coming down hills. But the manual, you could this leave. That's true. I didn't think about that. That's very true. Very, very true. Good point. But the one I'm looking at tomorrow is a manual. Exactly, David. In gear, if you geared right and not worry about it, true. Boise, no one buys a truck for an MPG. That is very true as well. Terrence, you can make some money there. That's exactly what I said. He can make some money. I don't know how kind of carpal tunnel you'd get with that, but you can make some money. I don't know what you'd charge for them, but you could definitely make some money. And paracord isn't crazy expensive. You can buy like 100 yards. You can probably get tons of it. But like 100 feet is, I don't remember how much it was. It wasn't that expensive. You could probably make a lot of them at 100 feet. Terrence, do you know how much paracord is in those? I should have asked that before I did the video to tell people how much is actually in it. But I was just curious how much paracord, because the bracelets have way more than you'd think. So I bet those have more than you'd think as well. David, true, but MPG does help. Exactly, David. Buy the EcoBoost. Lovers will never learn. Yeah, man, EcoBoost is horrible. I'll never buy another EcoBoost. Trust reserved the Gear Runner 2 name on YouTube. Willing to sell. Contact me for details. I'll just make it Gear Runner 3. I don't care. Gear Runner 2A Gear Runner. That'd be even better. 2A Gear Runner. Yep. That'd be even better name. Good idea, Mo. And I probably will do that. I just got to find the time to set that up, because I actually have gun content on here that I've not been putting up on purpose, just to see if my views come back, if they put me in some kind of, suggestion again or something. It's not happened yet. So I'll probably do that. I'll probably set up a second channel where I can get a double up transfer case and not worry about it. Marlin Crawler for Toyota, or Atlas for Jeep and others. I heard Ox has really good locking or lockers. I've heard they make really good lockers too. Ox. I just reserved a Gun Runner. Thought about Gun Runner as well. GR2 channel. That's exactly right, Sean. GR2. GR2A. If I would win the lottery, I would do a Coyote swap on a 96 Ford F-150. I bet there's people out there that's done that. YouTube it. I bet you see somebody's done it. A set has 30 foot, 15 each. Yep, that's quite a bit of paracord. Yesterday, July 2nd, was a real Independence Day, but regardless, everyone have a happy 4th of July. Later, guys and gals. Be real, thank you very much. And I actually read that today. I didn't know that, but I did read that today, that it was actually on the 2nd. But you have a great Independence Day. We'll see you next time. Automatics that do not have lock-up torque converters will go into neutral and come down hills. This means all you have is your brakes. Yeah, that's crazy. Jason, $10. Thank you so much, Jason. It is greatly appreciated, buddy. Seriously, I appreciate all the super chats tonight. Thank you very much. Again, thank you. It's always appreciated when anybody does super chats. I want y'all to know that. It does help the channel. It helps buy the mods and stuff like that for the trucks and Jeep or whatever it may be that I'm buying, or the Roush I'm buying mods for. It does help, so it is always greatly appreciated. Good thing Justin is off. He'd have all gears. I know, right? I'd have to be like, good Lord, Justin, what do you want for one? Nice. This has been one of the worst nights for connectivity, and I'm sitting very close to the router, so I don't understand. EcoBoost owners can say all they want about performance and efficiency, but they'll never be as reliable nor as any soul and character as a Coyote F-150 as well as the Toyota Tundra. I agree 100%. I agree 100%. Great chats, always welcome. Yes, always welcome. Sounds awesome, David. Again, guys, been on here for an hour. Thank you all very much. Tomorrow's video will be about safety for hour. Thank you all very much. Tomorrow's video will be about safety for group fireworks off tomorrow. I'll probably live stream that. Probably not a huge. It just keeps on cutting off. I don't get it. My not big feller, not Rob. Thanks for stopping by, buddy. Ox does make transfer cases. I think they make transfer case attachment plates to mount them into the vehicle, different vehicles. Later Gear and everyone have a great 4th. You too, Sean. Gear Optima is better mile per gallon than Camry and better warranty. Has more room and rides better. Has better build quality. The camera is. Don't know what's going on here, guys. It just keeps on cutting off. So before I cut off again, I want to tell y'all thanks so much for the super chats. Thank you for watching the channel. I appreciate it. You all have a great Independence Day, and we'll see y'all next time.